Hello, you one. Welcome back. English, day 2. It is Tuesday today. So we're going to start with our handwriting, and you should have already done your handwriting warm-up. I've already done mine. If not, press pause. Go do your handwriting warm-up from yesterday. Stretch those fingers, stretch those wrists, and then we're going to start with our handwriting. Today's letters, we're doing 2 again. The first one is the letter F. So F for fish. And the other letter is H or H, like in Miss H or helicopter. Okay, so let's have a look at the letter F. Now remember, we're doing ascenders, which means they come to the top line. So all our letters are going to come to the top line. So write today's date, which is Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2021. And if you write the short date, it's the 26th day of the first month of the 21st year. So we're going to start with the letter F. Now remember, it's going to start on this top line because it isn't an ascender. It's going to touch this at some point. But F's actually a funny one because it's an ascender and a descender because it goes up to the top line and below the bottom line. So let's have a look. So F, you start on, I'm just going to change my pen. So bear with me a second. Sorry guys, I wanted to change my pen because this is going to be better to write with. So we start on that top line and then we start just under the top line and we sort of go a little curl and we go straight down to the bottom line and then we keep going and curl it back up. Okay? And then we lift our pen and do a cross for an F. Okay, so watching again, it starts just below that line and we sort of curl it round and go down, a bit like a candy cane. And then we keep going down past that line and curl it up. All right? So you can see there's a little curl here. And then we go down past that line and curl it up. And then we put a stroke. Watching once more. We start just here and we go like that. Bit like a candy cane, you can see. We go past this line and curl it back up. Like the tail of a fish. And then we cross it. Okay, that's the lowercase f, and I would like you to do some of those. Okay, you can see I've done my F's here, and they started to get a bit better. These were a bit big at first at the bottom, and you can see they started to get a bit better, and then there's some silly ones in the middle. So then I'm going to pick my favorite F, which is actually the second last one I did, and put a little dot. And then the one I like the least is this one, because it just looks like a bit like a weird T. Okay, so that's F. If you need to, press pause. Go finish them very slowly. And come back to the letter H. So the letter H, I'm going to skip a line because we did go down. So I'm going to skip a line and H starts on the top line. It's very easy, H. So it starts on the top line, it goes straight down, keeping your pen on the paper. You come halfway back up and go round and give it a little flick at the bottom. H. Watching again. Start on that top line, you go down, come halfway back up, around, and a little flick. H. Okay, so then you can see I've finished my H's. I put a little dot for my favorite, and then I put the one I didn't like because it went a bit funny. Okay, if you need to, press pause, go and finish your H's and your F's. Please take your time. I want to see nice, neat handwriting. I've seen a bit of rushed handwriting lately, and I know handwriting can sometimes take a little bit of time, but that's what makes it so good. So please take your time and then join us again for English. Okay, so it's English time. I'm going to read you a little bit of our new book, and then we're going to play a bit of a drama game. So there's not a lot of writing to do today for English. I actually don't think there's any writing. So let's have a look. Let's read a bit of the story. So let's make myself smaller. Okay. Rosie Revere, Engineer by Andrea Beattie, and illustrated, which means drawn, by David Roberts. This is the story of Rosie Revere, who dreamed of becoming a great engineer. In Lilla Greer's classroom at Blue River Creek, young Rosie sat shyly, not daring to speak. So Lilla Greer, who do we recognize her from? And who can you also see in the picture down the bottom on the right? You might recognize him from before. And then they're all talking except for poor little Rosie. She's not talking anymore. But When no one saw her, she peeked in the trash for treasures to add to her engineer's stash. And late, late at night, Rosie rolled up her sleeves and built in her hideaway under the eaves. So that's where we're finishing today. I'm going to move me across so you can see the picture better. Okay, so you can see what she's doing. She's getting all what people think of trash, but she thinks of it as treasures and things that she can use to make stuff, because she wants to be an engineer and she wants to make stuff like an engineer does. So she goes and gets everybody else's trash and uses that to make things. So what we're going to do today is play a bit of a game. So the game we're playing today is called This Isn't a, It's a. So we played it at school once before, remember? We played This Isn't a Stick, It's a. So what you have to do, so you're going to play with your grown-up or your siblings, and you're going to go and get an object from the house. So I'm going to start with this. So this is a roll of sticky tape. But in our game, we're going to use our imaginations, and we're going to think of what this could be. So you start your sentence with, this isn't sticky tape. It's a bangle. Da-la-la. And I use it as a bangle. Then you're going to pass it to the next person in your group, and they're going to say, this isn't sticky tape. It's a magnifying glass. Okay, then you're going to pass it to the next person if you've got that. If not, if it's just two of you playing, they're going to pass it back to you and it's your turn again. And you're going to say, this isn't sticky tape, it's a bubble blower. Okay, and how many different ideas can you come up with for one item? All right, so remember, when you're coming up with your ideas, would I say this is a drink bottle? Because it doesn't have the shape of a drink bottle and there's nothing in between. So when you're doing it, you have to look at what the shape is, what the color is, and think of things that are similar. So remember, similar means the same, same-ish. Okay, so you're looking for things that are similar in shape for what it could be. So it could be a bubble blower because it's round like a bubble blower and it has a hole. It could be a bangle because it looks very much like a bangle. It could be a magnifying glass because a magnifying glass is round as well. Okay, and how many can you come up with for one item? See how many you can get, and then go and get another item. So I'm going to get another one and show you. So this isn't a paintbrush. So now I have to think of something that's long like this, but that's not a paintbrush. So this isn't a paintbrush. It's a writing pencil. And I said writing pencil because it's long like a writing pencil. So then you pass it to the next person. And then they get it and they go, this isn't a paintbrush. It's a spaghetti stick. Because spaghetti sticks are nice and long like this. It's a dry spaghetti stick. You're going to eat your spaghetti stick. And then you're going to pass it back to you and it's your turn again. And you're going to say, this isn't a paintbrush. It's a hair clip. So you know the ones that are a stick and then you go like this and you put it through your hair like that. Ta-da! Okay, and you're going to think, how many can you come up with the next thing? I'm going to show you one more thing. Okay. So here is a big long water bottle, but this isn't a water bottle. This is a, oh, what does it look like? I have to think for this one, so it's okay if you have to think. Take your time and you could say, this is a laser shooter. Choo, 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 choo. Gonna shoot some lasers. Choo, 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 choo. It looks long like a laser shooter would. And you can pull this bit down and it could be your handle, so it could be like, laser shooter, poo, 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 poo. Then you're going to pass it to the next person in your group and they're going to grab it and go, this isn't a water bottle, it's a building because it's tall like a building. So that's your task for today. Okay, go and play some games of this isn't a stick, it's a. Just use anything you've got around your house, it doesn't matter, right? And play a game. If you want a bit of a challenge, just wait here, otherwise off you go. So the challenge for you, if you want a little bit of a challenge, when you say your item, this isn't a water bottle, it's a building. Can you tell me why it's a building? So I'm saying this isn't a water bottle, it's a building because it's tall like a building. Okay, and then you might say, so if I said this isn't a water bottle, it's a laser shooter. Pew, 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 because it's long like a laser shooter and has a round end where the lasers come out. Okay, so the challenge, it's not to write anything, it's just to use the word because and tell me why it's like what you think it's like. Okay, that's your challenge today. Have fun, enjoy. How many can you come up with for one item? That's the trick. Have a lovely afternoon.